Hello and welcome, family, to a special message from the Ancient Ones. My name is Dr. Mumbi. How you doing? How's everything going? I really do pray that you are well in all your ways and that you're moving into living life truly on your own terms. We acknowledge the ancestors in the wind. We appreciate of all our Ancient Ones who are with us, who commune with us, and we've never felt safer before we really felt their presence in our lives. It's a true and real thing, family. If you have guardian angels, if you are honored enough to have a spiritual team, don't take it for granted, because there are millions of people on Mama Earth who are literally walking blind. They don't have any voice whispering in their ear telling them what's going on. And so we honor our ancestors who travel in the wind with us, family. And the special message today is that we now control the gates of life and death. That's what the Ancient Ones wanted us to know. And for those who will get this, they'll get this. We now control the gates of life and death because the spell has been lifted. Our people have awakened. And as minute that we had that light bulb moment and we awakened, we've hit the tipping point. And the minute we awakened to that level, everything shifted, and we shifted timelines, family. We're on a totally different timeline. We're not on that Babylon timeline anymore. Although their narrative is still mingling with ours, and they want us to believe we're still in their world. But you can see with everything that's happening with Elizabeth's death and how no one gives two hoots in Africa. No one. In fact, it's just bringing them negative publicity. Africa took the energy that they were trying to harvest and used it to heal our pain for real, because it's like there's been a revival of our voice. And maybe that's what the great revival is all about to begin with, the revival of our voice, so that we can revive our narrative, so that we can revive our world. We now control the gates of life and death. And that is why, family, you're going to see some of these reptilian families, when they check out, they can't check back in. Which is why they'll even kill the character, because they can't bring them back. And the vibes have risen too high. Our people are waking up by the thousand, by the tens of thousands daily. And this just keeps, building up that energy, family. And we just keep building and building and building up that energy and building up that consciousness and penetrating that consciousness with our consciousness, and it will reach a level where everyone will know. Remember the story I always share about the 100th monkey effect? How, some scientists, probably Muzungu ones, because I don't think Africans, we had time. We were in paradise. Why would we be studying monkeys and how they eat? Imagine some of the things they've done. You have to ask yourself why. It's because they're not of this world. Stories for other days. And the 100th monkey effect is all about how these scientists were studying these monkeys, and they saw that one or two monkeys, they used to eat these potatoes from the field or something like that, and then they noticed that one or two monkeys started cleaning their potatoes like it was an island. So they'd clean their potatoes in the water and then they'd eat them. And what they observed is when it reached a certain level of monkeys, like I think when it hit 100 monkeys or something like that, all of a sudden that became the culture for monkeys who they weren't on other islands. All of a sudden all monkeys were cleaning their potatoes in water. And that really puzzled the scientists, how did this learned trait, this new, how was it adapted by monkeys that they'd never even interacted and stuff? And that's when they realized that there must be some kind of interconnectedness, which is what I call group consciousness, where on some level, as I've always said, your awakening impacts the awakening of the collective. The more you heal, the more the collective heals, the more the consciousness heals. Because your healing is our healing. My healing is our healing. Individuality is something that, Babylon created, but we live in a shared reality. That is the magic, the mystery of being here. Is this shared reality where creators can imagine just the mind-boggling kind of matrix it took to create this world, family. where there can be this coexistence of gods and average people from all kinds of spiritual realms, the fire nations, the earth nations, the air nations, the water nations, all represented here. Co-mingling as creators, as gods, and creating this shared experience. It's absolutely magical. And Babylon, the kind of demonic and low vibrational energy beings that they used to ride in on, we've reached a point where they can't reach. There's like they're jumping, but their consciousness ain't here. They can't handle it. Someone even wrote, it's the rising Schumann residents that made the queen check out. Well, Queen Elizabeth. She couldn't handle the new vibes. She couldn't handle this heat. She couldn't handle the energy. But some of these people are checking out and they're out forever and ever and ever. Like they can't check back in because of where we've reached now. So don't allow them to deceive you with their narrative to make you check out with them when you don't have to. Stand firm, family. Seek and know the truth for yourself. Study everything. Don't take Babylon's word on anything. From the jibby jab to all of that. Do your research, do your study. Return to nature as much as possible. And just know your death can't be hijacked. Death is an illusion, family. And I pray that this is the lifetime where you really connect with that. I love what Orion Star TV said. You can find him on Instagram. He was like, we're supposed to end the race alive. And that's something I've always felt deep within me. And if you know, you know. I'm not going to get too into that right now. But they controlled those gates of hell. That's why everyone's experience of hell was the same. My rangers. Everyone's experience of hell, the light at the end of the tunnel. It was like they've been recycling our energy, but now that's been blocked out. And we can finally get out of here intact without having to come into this perpetual return or come into a loop. And if your life is a changing family, it means you've entered a loop again, or you're entering the loop again of Babylon's false narrative. But it's never too late. Educate yourself, research yourself while all this information is available online. And for you who have studied this and you've come through to the other side, write those books. So many of you contact me about how you've been led to write this book about your experience and that book. Do it. Because people reach out every day asking, where do I get the information? How do I overcome Christianity? How do I get through my religious psychosis? I feel fear when I try and walk away, etc., etc. We are the ones who must write these books to help our people navigate, the waters that are rough. We've had a team. Some of them don't have as big a team as you, family, or I. Maybe they're 1 or 2 guardian angels deep. Some of us are hundreds of thousands deep. But those are stories for other days. If there's any books you'd recommend for people to read to help them kill this religious psychosis, to help them learn about the history of our people, definitely leave it in the comments below. Don't forget, family, there's always the application PDF Drive. Just Google that or search that. And there's a lot of millions and millions of books there that you can download for absolutely free. Until next time, tuko pamoja.